if you're seeing this, then that means that this is your full moon in Pisces messages for my earth signs. Welcome. Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So welcome. You may be a sun moon rising with an earth sign. It may be another significant placement or planet or whatever, or you could just be resonating with earth energy right now, because all of us have all of the things. So for whatever reason that you're here, welcome. My name is Lara. If you've never been here before, if you have, then welcome back. And yes, this is like really big stuff. So also, I'll apologize in advance, just my, like, right on time with what's happening with the astrology. I'm a little under the weather for this. So we'll see how this goes. And my nose is really runny. So a little tissue situation. Don't mind me. We're getting better every second, every minute, every moment. So yes. So, welcome in. This particular reading is, like I said, earth sign energy, the collective of people who are resonating with that at the moment. And this is a general reading that is here available. The full moon in Pisces is happening on September 17th, 18th, depending on where you are. And so if this is finding you and it's not September 17th, then that's fine too. These messages are going to find you whenever they're meant to find you. So you can trust in that. You know what messages are meant for you. So tune in to your own voice with an open heart and open mind and a willingness to look at the truth. So yeah, also as a general reading, we're talking more about the collective energy for those who are coming to this video. So it's not going to be super specific to what's playing out in your life, but it will speak to themes and patterns and things like that, and how those manifest in different areas of your life and how they manifest differently for different people. We're all having our own unique experiences. Yeah. So me in real time stopping myself from going down a different rabbit hole. Okay, anyway, so yeah. So that's the vibe. And this particular full moon also is a partial eclipse and a super moon. Something along those lines. So what does that mean? So already an eclipse is an amplification of energy. An eclipse, going over something, it often casts a shadow. With what we have happening in this particular eclipse, it's really going to ask us to slow down. Oftentimes the energy is just so big. So, like a regular full moon for me can be exhausting. It's not for everybody, but for me it can be exhausting. So super eclipse, it's, and like already I've gotten sick. I've had to force myself to slow down. So and also the addition of it being a super moon, this is even amplifying more energy because it appears closer. So the energy is bigger. These are chaotic energies. Okay. So make extra time for rest. There's also a lot of outer planets that are still in a retrograde, even though we're not in Mercury retrograde. We haven't been for a while now. But there's a lot of big stuff happening. Eclipses also, what they do is that they bring endings, but with every ending comes a new beginning. And the thing about eclipses is that whether or not you want, it's happening. It will literally rip out things that you no longer need, whether or not that's the plan for you. It can be fun to play with the energy, but you really don't have to do too much because it's already so big and chaotic and, can be also very draining. So that's just like what we're starting out with. Yeah. So we're going to explore those themes for you, Earth signs. And let me get my cards in order here. I have my Keepers of the Light Tarot. So pretty typical, but I thought I would start with that. We can see what energy, what spiritual essence, guidance is available for us. And then I have my tarot cards. We'll pull a few tarot cards. We will pull one card for the focus of where we can be placing our focus under this energy, what's being illuminated. Because again, this is a full moon. So full moons, when the moon is fullest in its cycle, it's at its brightest. I also, from what I understand too, is that the mutable signs are going to be feeling this a little bit more. So with Earth energy, that's going to be Virgo placements that are maybe going to feel things a little bit more. But anyway, we're going to look at our focus. Then we're going to look at the gift for us to receive from this focus. Then we'll look at the gift for us to give regarding this focus. And then we'll tie it all together with a pretty bow from a card from our moon deck oracle. And hopefully we'll learn a little something about ourselves in the process. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I have my first deck here, Keepers of the Light. And so let me just give a little shuffle there. What energy, what entity, spirit, who is here for my Earth signs, here to guide and show us what we need to be seeing under this full moon energy for my Earth signs? Who's here to be with us? Ooh. Okay, great. So we have Green Tara coming out. Supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations. Trust. If this is not like an eclipse energy card, then I don't know what is. Cord cuttings, endings, moving beyond limitations, trust. There's a third eye opening here as well. So maybe some activations, insights coming through. Let's see what it says about this lovely, lovely lady. Lovely lady. Excuse me. All right. So legend has it that I'm not going to do this one well, I don't think. Avaloki. No, it's not going to happen. And I'm going to save us all. The personification of perfect compassion was looking down on the earth one day and cried tears when he witnessed all the suffering in the world. When the tears hit the earth, a lotus formed from which Tara, the goddess of compassion and light, was born. So I'm sorry I cannot pronounce your father's name. She has many forms based on different colors, and we have chosen green in this oracle because she brings a light of protection and safety with her. Always compassionate and loving, she helps us move into a new state of being and doing. You are safe. Protection is all around you. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set out for you. Cords are being cut between you and your past so that you can feel energetically clear and aware. Don't worry about recalling fearful experiences. They aren't going to be recreated now. That's cool to know. Just acknowledge them and leave them behind so you can step into a space of spiritual and personal freedom. Green Tara has placed a force field of complete love and acceptance around you. She is here to tell you that you no longer need to build up walls around your heart, and that it's safe to trust what you feel and who is in your life today. So already I'm getting like really big like surrendering to the process, trusting the timing, trusting the path, trusting what's being cut away. And that as that's happening, it's really bringing a lot of new insight for you. Also with the color green, I mean, green is earth energy. So I would also say, spending time in nature. You are an earth sign. This being really beneficial because with the cord cutting, it's really important to stay grounded. But that cord cutting is going to clear things. And if you're not grounded, you're just going to feel like you're flying all over the place. So I'm feeling that as well. Excuse me. Very cutesy. Very demure. All right. Cute, but I like this. All right, so this is wonderful. Thank you so much for showing up for us. Let's take our tarot deck. And could we please have a card that tells us about the focus here for my earth signs? Yeah, okay. All right, thank you. Can I please have a card? Thank you for the gift to receive and the gift to give. Okay. Okay. So this is really interesting. We're going to start with our shadow card like we usually do. We have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands, new beginnings. This is new passion. Wands, passion, desire, creativity, a spark of creativity. Again, we've got third eye action like we had in this card. So there's something that's sparking off in you that's coming forward. This energy of the shadow card is your subconscious. This is driving the energy of what's happening at this moment. And with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, this really feels like there's like clarity around this vision of a future that is not perhaps feeling very stable, maybe there's new information coming in about like what you are prioritizing for your future with the Ten of Pentacles. This is this has been built up over time. This is a foundation of resources that supports generations. And in the reverse, maybe it's like this new idea that's coming in that's offering a lot of light to come into your life, or passion, adventure just came up. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me so much. It's a little ungrounded here in this energy. And yet we have the Magician behind it. The Magician is coming in with the Empress card. So I feel like, again, we're talking about an element of trust here. Maybe you realize there's something for you that you want to go after, but it doesn't feel very stable. But with the Magician here, it's a lot about relying on your abilities. You already have everything you need with the Magician. And the Empress card, this is a card of abundance and creativity and fertility and, bringing new worlds into existence, which is pretty huge, but also can be a little scary when we don't have things like, especially for earth signs, when we don't have things grounded and stabilized. So what are you up to? I'm curious. Let's keep going, and we're going to see how that informs what we have. So for the focus that we have here, with our cards, we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. Oh gosh, am I going to sneeze again? Oh, yeah. I mean, and this is just like part of what's been happening to me today as, my system is run down, but also with the cord cutting, this is like pretty typical. My physical reactions for like things that when I start my process of subconsciously letting things go. And so, yeah, things like sneezes or like coughing things up, I'm getting a sense of like the sneezing happening because there's really things that are meant to go here. With the King of Wands in reverse, there's a mentality, whether it's yours or someone else's, that is forcing things to be a certain way, a way that are not divinely inspired. It's as if what is this energy that's here? It's like when you're, gosh. It's an energy of like, forcing this image of like dominant control, but really this is like, this is just controlling energy, aggressive, overly dominating. And I'm seeing this as sort of like an attitude to the situation at hand, if I'm being honest about it. Whatever insight info that's coming through with this clearing for you. There's a level of ego that's involved that's getting in the way of your thinking. Does that make sense? So that's our focus. Where is, I guess, yeah, like where's your ego blocking? Where's your ego blocking? You. Or someone else's ego. Or both. Could be that too. Okay, so that's our focus. And the gift that we have to receive, oh man, it's this Two of Swords in reverse. So you would like definitely not, you would rather not make the decision. I don't think this is something you really even want to be looking at, to be honest. But you are like, there's an element of you that has been activated to this. Once you're aware of something, like that's really all it takes for something to shift and change, whether or not you want to acknowledge it. And I think that's what's happening here with the Two of Swords. There's choices that need to be made, decisions that need to be made in order to set out in this new direction, but you really don't want you really don't want to. And the gift is that it's the eclipse and it's gonna happen. Also, these themes coming up for a lot of people, like as far as how things tie in astrologically, these are elements and themes that you were potentially dealing with during the eclipses of 2015 through 2017. So there's this eclipse, and then there's another eclipse on October 2nd, so kind of like really close, or that's a solar eclipse. This is a lunar eclipse, but they're happening really close together, and this one is sort of going further back into the past. So maybe what was going on in your life back then? And what was it that you were refusing to look at, to deal with? What were you like micromanaging, over controlling at that point? The reality of the situation, I think, is that like, you know that there's more trust and there's things that need to be cleared out that have to do with what was happening at that time. So that's the gift. So really the gift is the eclipse. And then we have our gift to give. That was the gift to receive. This is the gift to give. The gift to give is the Hermit in reverse. So giving up this reluctance to sit with yourself, to sit in your solitude, to access that inner voice. This really feels like you don't trust yourself. And with this card, Supreme Protection, this is so interesting. So I feel like this is something that has come up for me over the last few weeks, months. But this idea that fully trusting that you are protected in what it is that you've been clearing away. I think, and this, this kind of tracks for me, for my experience of earth energy. But it's really hard for you in this situation to accept that you want something that doesn't feel stable, except that this is actually going to bring you this seemingly unstable journey, idea, building towards something. There's some creative idea, passionate idea. This could be a hobby. This could be something like within work. If you are a creative, and that's what you do professionally, or it can be a hobby. It's something that you're passionate about, but the idea of doing it does not feel like it's building towards a stable foundation, when the reality is like, you have to trust that you have it already. You don't have to know that you have it, and that it's bringing forward literally this new world. Like, you are bringing this into being. And the Empress card is Virgo, Taurus, energy. More earth energy, literally. She was the earth. So, my beautiful, sweet earth signs. It looks like this is going to be, listen, eclipses, there's also a equinox coming up. So this is like, eclipses, huge, monumental, life-changing things can shift at this time. And that's what your focus is here. That these things have not shifted because you've not been ready. But this eclipse, full moon, is like, it's happening. Trust that you are protected. Trust that you're protected, but also like trust in your own ability to be looking after yourself. Trusting in the universe is also an exercise in learning to trust yourself, if that doesn't come naturally. So I hope this makes sense. Can we please have a moon oracle just to sort of bring this all together, bring it home for my earth signs, everyone in the collective who's relating to this energy here. I think I see it. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you so much. See what we got. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I am the weaver of my own reality. This is cool. This is so cool. Let me see what it says in the book here. But already with spiders, the symbolism there, they are, definitely keepers of wisdom, but also like there's an element of manifestation, creativity from like their ability to create these webs for themselves. And I'm feeling like this is like the mantra. This is almost like a spirit guide animal energy that's coming forward. Let's just take a look at what this says here. Oh, that's the wrong. Hello. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I'm mixing up my numbers because that's what my brain does. But okay, so weaver. I am the weaver of my own reality. Weaving our reality is a skill that begins on the inside. So also like heavy magician card energy here. Creating our own reality. It's a creative process that requires us to be attentive while setting clear intentions. The quality of our inner dialogue impacts how we feel and experience the world around us. Yes, Spider is here to remind you that you are the weaver of your reality. She's a special creature symbolizing awakened creativity and determination. Okay. Patience and grace when weaving her web, and the interwoven nature between past, present, and future. If you find yourself in a position that no longer suits you, now is the time to look honestly, clarify what you want to design, and begin to change it. You're a resilient person weaving your own story. Embody it with your heart and spirit. Yes. So there's some a sort of like last looks, deep clearings to move things out of the way as you design this new reality for yourself. I love it. Yes. Okay. So that was this was your full moon reading. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if it was. Leave me a comment. Also share, like, subscribe, whatever, do the things. And there's a lot of information about me in the description box as well if you'd like a little more, if you'd like to connect elsewhere. And yeah, that's the vibe. I hope good luck getting through this eclipse, and yeah, lots of rest. There is no rush. Especially with cord cuttings and things like that, it's really good to just take it super duper easy. These cord cuttings help to clear space for these new intentions that you're setting for yourself. You can't create this new reality unless you're letting go and giving over control to collaborating with the creative forces of the universe, trusting that you are protected and taken care of. So, yes, I hope this was helpful, and so great to be here. I will go ahead and see you on the other side.